Ben Shapiro, who at one point had this like media empire, the Daily Wire. But Ben Shapiro spent, I don't know, a decade posing as someone who actually cared about your concerns as an American. He did it imperfectly. There were flashes that he didn't really care. But he's like, no, I'm a conservative. I'm not just interested in the fortunes of one tiny country in the Middle East with a population of 9 million. No, I have a lot of interests. I really care about this country. That veil has dropped, and you can see what Ben Shapiro really, really cares about. But is he really a guy who cares about GDP, or economic activity, or some people getting rich, more than he cares about the lives of his fellow Americans? Could this be a guy who really only cares about a foreign country? There was Ben Shapiro saying, I'd be willing to vote for Bibi Netanyahu for president of the United States if only it were constitutionally allowed. Huh? You want some foreigner to run our country? The guy who is killing tens of thousands of children in Gaza so much that he wants him to run our country.
As somebody that has been watching Ben Shapiro for years, I used to really like so many things and views of Ben Shapiro, but as of late, he has jumped on the train that, some other conservatives are jumping on in having full support of Israel and all these other countries that is really not putting America first. I understand that we need allies. I understand we need friends and partners around the world. But right now in 2025, and just before Trump got reelected as president, we the people chose Trump because he spoke on America first. This is why we voted for him, to clean up the country, do a hard reset in what the past Democrats and other Republicans, for that matter, have done to this country. There are some, politicians or some, conservative influencers out there that are choosing to jump on the train or the bandwagon of, hey, let's not just be America first, but let's be everywhere else first. This is not what I support. This is not what many Americans out there support. The ones that want to do a full reset and clean up this country. Once we have established a moment where Americans can feel safe walking down the street without getting murdered, or being able to actually leave your house and go buy things that are affordable and not crazy where you have to save for months to buy something. Once we have established a comfortability level here in America, then we can reach out to other countries and, start doing work with partners around the world and help people come to this country legally. That's my opinion, though.
They don't believe in systems. They don't believe in rules. They don't believe in laws. They believe in whatever keeps them in power. And if what they think keeps them in power is a military insurrection or a CIA insurrection, that's what they support. But if in a different setting, if, say, a soldier doesn't want to take the COVID vaccine, then they represent a threat to order in their view, and that person must be crushed and deprived of employment, deprived of opportunity. If a Democrat, for example, complains about election integrity, that person's a hero. If a Republican complains of election integrity, that person's to be jailed and incarcerated for life. This is the moment that we're in. This is what we're dealing with. So when we say that Democrats are communists, we don't just mean that, well, they believe in the state control of property. We mean they've adopted a method of thinking in which any use of force is justified for their end state of power and control. So they become a third world party, and we have to internalize that. We're not dealing with the old Democratic Party. We're dealing with a third world party.
Wow, third world party. That is actually a very great way to basically explain what the Democrats have done within the past couple of years. They have moved away from being, left-centered in this country when it comes to the party, and they've gotten so far to the left. They've become so radicalized, they completely forgot about the people. It's all about helping the party. How can we help the party? Party, party, party. That's all you hear when you hear about Democrats. From Jasmine Crockett to Gavin Newsom to everybody on the left. They have changed their whole agenda into praising socialism and wanting that to happen in this country. And it's going to cripple this system of government. That's why it's very important for Americans to really pay attention to what's going on today, because within any moment in time, things can change so drastically that so many people are going to be so confused and wondering why everything has stopped, why certain things aren't normal, or why certain things have changed so drastically. They're going to wonder why and how, and it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. And this isn't to push conspiracies, but like anything else in life, there's things that change, and then what do people do? We adapt to these changes and make them the new norm. And what I'm saying is, with so many things that the radical people are doing in this country, it can change things so much that it's going to make people want to hate this country even more, even American-born citizens. And we don't want this to become a third world country. This is why we need to have people standing up and speaking. And we may have to start a huge movement against this corruption party that I'm calling. And it's not just people on the left. It's people on the right, people in the middle, people wearing masks, people that are anonymous in this country, hiding behind screens, not showing their faces. I mean, these are the people that want to see this country get destroyed. What do we do to fix it? What do? We, the people, need to demand full transparency. Whether it's the JFK files, UFO files, every single thing you can think of. And I believe Benny Johnson even spoke on this. And I am in full support of what Benny Johnson is saying. And I'm hoping many more Americans out there can look at this and say, you know what, we need to start thinking about how to make this movement grow into the point where we can force our government to be fully transparent, especially this administration that made promises about being transparent to the American people. Now it's up to us, the people, to make sure we press them into disclosing everything. That way we can have a clean slate and a better understanding that our government is to be fully trusted by the people, and vice versa. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody. This was for Charlie.